Hello everybody, this is Carol from Friendly Quail and it's Try Something New Tuesday. I'm ready. I was going to do something totally different and I was watching my friend Anna's channel, Made by Granat, and it was like one of those videos where I just wanted to eat popcorn and watch and not do anything else. Just watch it. She had gotten an idea and she used it in her Use It or Lose It Wednesday video that of using a cabinet card for a cover of a little notebook. And then she took the last page, covered it with book page on one side and a decorative paper on the other, and then put them together in the way that I'm going to show you. And I thought, what a great idea. And it stuck with me, and I thought, well, I don't have a lot of cabinet cards, but I do have a lot of postcards, because she had done one with a postcard. And I thought I could do that. Well, then I pulled out my Christmas things this week. And I pulled out these Tim Holtz cards. And you really can't use them like a journal card because they have writing on both sides. So I kind of had these hanging around. I used a few for pockets, like this one. This is a piece of 6x6 that I cut down to 4, and this is one of the big ones, like this. It fits perfectly. So I just punched a hole here with both pieces and then moved it down and glued it, and I had a pocket. And that uses a 6x6 scrapbook paper and one of these. So I had done a few things like that. And then I was thinking I could use these to make a little booklet. Now these come in 3 sizes, and it's the same kind of pictures, but just part of it. And then, you know, they take part off, but otherwise they would line up. So I mixed them up so that I didn't have the same ones together. And I made, this is my prototype, I made a little booklet out of it. And I used the method that Anna used from, I think she's got it on her channel. It was, the channel she watched was a little bit French or something like that. But I will post a link to Anna's video, and she has on hers, she has a link to where she saw it, and I'll let you watch hers. And I thought, what a good idea. So I got out scraps of paper, and I also, you're putting it together with like inch wide, about, or a little bit less or more, scraps of paper. And I made myself a little booklet that would go in a Christmas journal. So I thought that was great. And I even have a little pocket at the end. Let's see, where's one of the little ones? I put one of the little ones on the inside of the cover. This one I have it on the back. You could put it front or back. Wouldn't matter. But then you could stick something else in there. So I really liked how it turned out. So I got some things together to make some more. And I'm going to make some that are with the big ones and some with the small ones. So I went ahead and I picked out 2 cards that I wanted for the cover. And I distressed all the way around on both sides. And I found some scraps of paper. This happens to be from a piece of Edith Holden that I had cut off of something. And you fold it in half. I cut 1 inch. You fold it in half, and then I distress the edges on that, because this is going to be this is how you're going to put it together. And then I also took pieces of paper and cut sizes that would fit, and I just used scrap paper. This one was extra long, so I folded it in, And I just cut some scrap paper to put in for the little booklet. So I'm using up some scraps. So how you make it is this. You take your paper, and now you can decide, do I want this on the outside or on the inside? And I'm going to do it with that on the inside so that it's going to be, excuse me, it won't cover up part of this. It'll just be like a hinge. And you don't put it all the way to the end. You leave, I would say maybe somewhere around 1/8 of an inch or so free. So you can go ahead and get these things ready. And, you know, I distressed these. And I'm just going to put some, I'm using art glitter glue. But I'm not going all the way to the edge. But I need to go about the height of the thing here. And I'm just going to put this onto here. Just make sure you get glue all the way to the edge. So now that's on a hinge. But it's not to the very edge. You see how I have a space in here. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side. And then line it up like the card. Oh, got a little bit over farther than I wanted to. And just kind of getting the edge, some glue on the edge. Now when you put the second one on, you line it up with the first one so that your booklet covers front and back are the same. And now you have a hinge in the middle. And notice I didn't worry about getting it right, you know, to the edge. And then I'll just kind of clip that off. I got some string here. Okay, and I'm going to cut this off even with the card. And then because the corners are rounded here and here, I'm taking my corner rounder and using the smallest one. I'm rounding the corner here. Now I have this all distressed ahead of time, so it's all ready to go now to put my signature in. I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes though, because I don't like to do the glue or go through the glue with the 3-hole pamphlet stitch right away. So let me get one ready. That's a smaller one. Okay, again, got 2 pieces the same size. I distressed all the way around them. I have some papers that I was, you know, using up from my scrap box. I kind of went into the parts that were things I would use for collage and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side for now. And I'm going to put these 2 together. This is avocado dyed paper, so it's pink. I could do it with the pink on the outside, and I kind of like that for this one. So I'm going to put this on the inside. Again, leaving a little bit of a gap. About 1/8 of an inch from from the fold. Kind of lining this up with a line on my board to make sure that it's good. Because this one I'm not really covering anything up there, so I kind of like the pink on the outside. Now, same thing, do I want the pink on the outside here? I think it'll be fine. So I will do the same thing with the other side. And I'm just going to line this up so these edges are all lined up, so I can just fold it over. Okay. So that way you can make your booklet either way. You can do it on the outside or the inside, whichever look gives you the look that you want. And I kind of like that pink right there. So I'm going to also take my corner rounder and round the corners off. And you could wait for that until your glue's dry too, if it doesn't work well for you. I'm also going to put something, like on the inside for a little pocket. And I can do that right away if I want to. I'm going to put that up there. And let's see. I'm just going to go around the 3 sides. And then line it up with the corner. Or just a little bit inside and up from the corner is okay too. So then I'll have a pocket in the front on this one. And then that's going to be ready to go. I could put the pocket in here too. I think I'll put that on here on the front too. And even though these are small, they're big enough for a pocket. And of course you can use either side because they're printed on both sides. Put it in just a touch. Okay. So that's what you do. And you can just work yourself an assembly line and say, okay, I've got all my things ready. I have this, I have this, I have this. And just go ahead and this one I might want to put on the outside too, because there's some Edith Holden paper here. And I think that would look okay to have that on the outside. So let me get one on. I'm going to go up to the top so I even get the number on there. Do another one here. Again, I'm not going all the way to the fold because I want a little bit extra in there for get a little bit of glue on there so that I know I've got it to the very edge. And then I'm in about a 1/4 inch. And I'll do it again. Trying to get it even with the top is making it a little harder. Okay. There we go. So that'll be on the outside. This one will be fine to be on the outside as well because there's flowers. So I'm going to turn this one around. I might have to put a little bit more glue in there since I moved it. And it wasn't stuck down there. Okay. Got a little bit too close to the fold on that one. Again, I'm going to line these up so that then I can just fold this over. And now I have myself a nice with it just a little bit yet. Okay. Sorry for the noise of my scissors. That's why I like my plastic handle one. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that this is straight up here. So when you're watching television or something like that, you can just go ahead and start getting everything ready for some of these. And if you don't have something like, do I have the thing inside here? Yeah. If you don't have something like this, that, you know, these cards, then you can use any type of scrapbook paper that you have. If it's not printed on both sides, you might want to put book page on the other side or something like that so that it's not so I can't talk and do this at the same time, so that it's not so I got this a little bit off there. So it's not plain on the inside. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I just think these are adorable. I'm going to make one more small one. And I've got everything here. And I'm going to put this on the inside, I think, on this one. So let's put the cover on first. Again, I'm not going all the way. I'm leaving about 1/8 of an inch. Tap, tap, so I make sure I have glue on the edge. And putting that on so I have about 1/8 of an inch sticking out. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. So whether you do this from scrapbook paper, Tim Holtz cards, cabinet cards, postcards, you can, you know, use anything that you want, and that will make it unique to you and what you're doing. And like, these are Christmas ones, so these are going to go in some Christmas journals. I've got, I think, 3 of them started, and I'll be starting to work on them. I'm just doing the boring part right now, with putting some little, you know, like reinforcing the spine, that type of thing. And okay, and then I'll just show you about how to put it together. Now I'm going to be using just a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. If you're not sure what that is, I will show you, and I'm not going to mark anything. I'm just going to eyeball it. You take a thread, and this is a waxed cotton thread, very strong, and you go 3 times, and you do that even if you're doing a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. You go 3 times. That gives you enough to work with. Get my glue back closed again. Okay, oh, I left it out too long. I gotta open it up a little bit. There we go. All right, now I need a needle, and you can use any needle that will work, that will go through, make the hole. Actually, I like, even though this one is really long, it's a skinnier needle, so it's not going to poke as big a hole. So I'm going to thread my stuff on there, and I'm going to just make sure that I have all of this to the middle where I want it. Okay, and just, you can put a clip on here if you want to hold it. It's not a bad idea. Any type of paper clip or clip will work. Now all I'm going to do is start in here, and I'm going to go about, I'm going to eyeball it to about the middle. Somewhere in here is the middle. I'm going to go through, I'm kind of closing it so that I'm going to go through. I'm not even poking the holes ahead of time. I'm just going to go through, pull it through until I can hang on to it.
Enough for today.
Rich, I'm making a video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How many times have I said that to you? I even told you. Yeah, he said I didn't have my door closed. Yeah, but the thing is he also wasn't anywhere near where he could see if I had my door closed. I'm going to go down here and go through the middle. All right, so I've got that. Go up to here. And I'm going to, it doesn't matter if it's exact. No one's ever even going to notice if they're exactly the same from the top and the bottom. Oops. Okay. This paper is a little thicker than some of the other paper I used. This paper. Okay. And then we're going to go back through the middle. Just make sure you don't go through the actual thing, so you can pull it. And I need one of these on one side and one on the other. And do I have that? Nope, they're both on one side. So I'm going to move that over. I hope I was on frame for that. Sorry. I was kind of down near the bottom, I think. And I'm going to tighten it up. And then do a square knot. Left over, right through, and pull tight. Right over, left, go through and pull tight. And clip it off. You could tie a bow if you wanted, if you made sure that you had the amount of, same amount of string. You could also start on the outside and tie a bow on the outside. Maybe we could do one like that. I'll do a little one. And I'll go from the outside, because it's the same thing basically. It's still a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. This one's not sewed. You gotta keep track of them. Okay, let's get this on here. Make sure the paper's in the right way that I want it. Okay, now this one I have kind of some smaller pieces, but since you're going through the middle, you're going to catch them. And even if you don't catch it at the top and the bottom, it's still going to be held in. Not a problem. But let's start on the outside. So I'm going to go about in the middle, go right through into here. I'm going to try to grab that. All right, you can go down or up, doesn't matter. Okay, hope this is long enough to do a bow. put, okay, one on each side. I'm still going to tie a knot. And then I'm going to tie a little bow, I think. I'm going to try. It's a little bit short. And there you go. Got a little bow on the outside. So you can do that on the outside. Inside you can have a bow. You could, you know, do have a longer thing and put a little charm off of it, or any of those types of things. So this is the Try Something New Tuesday for today, and I will leave you with that, and I hope you'll try it with something that you have that you can use up. So anyway, whatever you do, do something you love every day. It's the secret to happiness. Thanks for being with me. This is Carol from Friendly Quail saying bye.